So, a police officer just pepper sprayed a kid at a Turnstile show, and I got the footage today on Punk News Now. My name, as always, is Dan Frampton. Hit like and press that subscribe button. Before we get to the footage though, of course, we're gonna need to set this up with a little bit of context. There's a bit of a hardcore punk rock band called Turnstile. There's almost a 100% chance you heard of that band if you're on this YouTube channel. I've talked about them once or twice. And anyway, they might be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, hardcore punk rock band going today. And as recently as Wednesday, they were up there in Richmond, Virginia on Browns Island performing a little bit of a set. And you know these Turnstile shows, people go crazy for them. So by the time their set was done, they got an encore chant. So of course, they were happy to oblige. And during a Turnstile encore, you know a ton of rowdy stage divers, moshers, sing-alongers, and dogpilers are gonna mount that stage and try to get their time in the spotlight. It happens every single time at these Turnstile shows. It's been a thing for as long as I've been a thing. And this show in Richmond, Virginia was no different. Of course, people were on stage, having a good time, dancing around, moshing, stage diving, singing along, you know, typical Turnstile show stuff. But for some reason, that venue didn't have security guards. They had police officers, sheriff deputies serving supplementally as security guards at this show. And of course, you know these police officers in America, these guys are trigger happy as a motherfucker. So we got fans jumping up from all over the place. The stage is filled with people. It's just happening. And in the footage we're about to examine, you'll see this police officer looking around for somebody that he could potentially pepper spray. And as soon as he gets a good shot, he lets one rip. You'll see a couple slam dancers make their way past him. He fails. He catches one of them, sends them packing. In the process, he gets distracted. A couple other people bounce up. But as soon as he's like, oh, I got this guy, I am gonna catch him directly in the face. And not only did he get him directly in the face, this kid couldn't have been more than like 16 or 17 years old. This guy was a teenager getting unjustly pepper sprayed by a police officer in Richmond, Virginia at the Turnstile show. So the dude takes a full face full of this pepper spray and he behaves in a way that you'd expect anybody would when they get pepper sprayed directly in the face. He covers his face and runs away and immediately gets medical attention. But I have the video right here. This is an alternate angle to what the news got initially. The news initially said it was a man facing backwards to the crowd that unleashed this pepper spray attack. It didn't really say that he was a police officer, but in this footage here and afterwards, it was then confirmed that it was a sheriff deputy. And you see him down here in the bottom corner. I'll circle him for you. And we're just gonna go frame by frame so you know I wasn't lying when I described this thing. This is an encore happening with fans on the stage. You see the bass player Franz there having a good time playing his bass. Bunch of fans on stage also having a good time. This police officer though, not so much a good time. Let's go frame by frame. He's like looking around over here. Looking to the right, looking to the left, pacing back and forth, being like, I am gonna get one of these punk ass motherfuckers. They have no chance against me. Corporal Mosh Stopper. And this one person marches up. They're about to make it up onto stage, but nah. Corporal Mosh Stopper grabs a handful of tank top, yanks her down as you see here, frame by frame. We're going slow. And as he's dealing with this one mosher, we see somebody else in front of him and yellow shirt guy behind him both make their way up on the stage. Now that you see that yellow shirt guy kind of mounts it a little bit, pay attention back to Corporal Mosh Stopper here. He's like, oh, I gotta get somebody. All these moshers are getting up on the stage. And look at this. This is the egregious smoking gun evidence that he was just looking to pepper spray anybody. This yellow shirt guy, and boom, right there, Corporal Mosh Stopper pulls out his canister. And it isn't just a little rinky-dinky thing. This is one that looks like a miniature fire extinguisher. This is real business over here. But he didn't get the guy in the yellow, so he's disappointed. Another person with purple hair or pink hair or whatever makes their way up on stage, and then he turns around. He's like, oh, I am getting the next motherfucker. I swear to God, they are gonna get it. And he's thinking, he's scoping, in comes the guy. He's behind orange shirt guy now. And here he is, he jumps up. He's got one of those kind of 90s style Boy Meets World haircuts. And in this next frame, just pay attention to Corporal Moshstopper and his canister of pepper spray as it unloads. Do you see that? Look at that huge cloud onto this poor, unsuspecting, teenaged child over here. And he's like, oh my God, Corporal Moshstopper really got me over here. It just occurred to me that I'm gonna have to censor that in the upload of this. I'm sorry about that, but that is legitimate violence and I can't be showing that on this channel. I'm going to have to obscure that in some way. But the moment after the kid takes a face full of that pepper spray, you see him get down, cover his face, run behind orange shirt guy, which is, I think, actual security, so I don't know why all these sheriffs were here. And if you're doubting that they were a sheriff, well, now you see the back of one of them, and it says sheriff on it, and it has the exact same patch as Corporal Moshstopper over here. And the children just keep dancing around, they're dancing around, and here we go, the kid that just got pepper sprayed by the cop, running past the camera here, hand over his face. Obviously, he was just attacked. And CBS 6 News in Richmond stated that Richmond Sheriff Antoinette Irving is currently investigating the matter. Irving told CBS 6, "We are reviewing the concert activity and any allegations relating to any incidents. My prediction is nothing is gonna happen." She's gonna be like, I didn't see anything happen that time. There was a lot going on in that footage. And you know, he was just out there kind of like doing his job. I couldn't tell what was a puff of smoke and what was a puff of pepper spray. I couldn't tell by that footage. He's a good officer. He's the best officer ever. We're gonna have him out there at more Turnstile shows. That's how I predict this is gonna happen. Knowing how corrupt, evil, and backwards law enforcement is down there in the United States of America, and everywhere to be honest. So that's absolutely egregious behavior out there by the Virginia Sheriff's Department. We gotta see justice, but I know that we probably won't, obviously. But I think we should make more noise about this thing, blow this story up, which means you need to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel on this video. Let's grow this story and get justice for this kid. If you've been rocking with this channel, you know that I've been doing live streams, and it's cool if you come in for any of the chill, kind of nightly or whatever streams. And I totally get it if you're not really a stream type person, you're not really into that type of content. But if there's any stream to come to this month, it's happening on September 30th. The last day of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to try to get 100 people into this thing, so please, September 30th, the big stream, hit the bell and turn on all notifications. Appreciate it a whole lot. Also, I just put up one of my favorite videos I ever made today on my gaming channel. You need to go check out Moist Critical Simulator Nap Edition. You know, Moist Critical has a hard time sleeping sometimes, so I thought I'd make a whole simulation video of him taking naps in places. I think you're going to enjoy it. All those links down below. Thank you for watching this video. You're a part of the best audience ever. Until my next upload, watch another upload. Okay, goodbye, see you later, and have a good one.